Welcome to the PFS podcast. We are Paler Financial Services and are going to be covering various financial topics and current events. Money is like sex. Everyone wants it, but no one wants to talk about it. Mark Mogul here from Paler Financial. Everyone wants money, but very few people are willing to talk about it in any sort of detail, especially with those they love. This is specifically relevant when talking about wealth being transferred from one generation to the next. There are many obvious reasons for this. Let's start with some factors impacting the older generation or the generation that may be passing along resources at death or in lifetime gifting. Number one, parents or family members may fear that the younger generation might mishandle financial resources. Number two, they may fear resources may disincentivize work, achievement, and career development in the younger generation. Number three, they may fear that talking about money might change the dynamics of their relationships in negative ways. Now let's talk about factors impacting the younger generation or the generation that may be receiving resources. Number one, they are aware that resources exist, but they do not want to seem presumptuous by asking questions. So they avoid the topic altogether, choosing rather to live in a state of confusion and lack of insight. This can have a profound impact on responsible young adults who are trying to make decisions for their future. Number two, they fear being controlled or unduly influenced by money given or withheld. This can be a significant source of resentment and can drive a wedge in relationships, often having the exact opposite desired effect of those holding the purse strings. Number three, concerned parents or grandparents may treat siblings or individuals on the younger generation plane differently. This can possibly drive wedges between siblings that otherwise would have great relationships. These are just a few of the fears, concerns, and emotions I have heard concerning family money and estate planning over the years in working with families. This is certainly not an exhaustive list, and everyone in every family will have different variables to consider. That said, ignoring fears and concerns does not make them go away. In fact, ignoring important issues involving family relationships and finances will most likely lead to much worse outcomes. This is not to say that the fears and emotions holding family members back from talking about money are not valid. They are. As such, it is often advisable for families to engage an independent third party to help talk through important financial and relational matters. As with so much of life, the temporary discomfort will almost certainly lead to much better outcomes. Just a few of the following potential benefits may include deeper and more cohesive relationships, more clarity and peace of mind for all involved, more productive family members, greater growth and preservation of existing resources. You cannot afford not to talk about money. You owe it to yourself and your family.
The information presented is not intended to constitute advice. We relied on sources we believe to be bona fide and accurate. Each person is responsible for exercising independent judgment in determining whether the information provided is appropriate for themselves.